let's see. I fear alarm clocks and subway delays. Holland Tunnel at 6 a.m.
I hear typing, which is very satisfying to me as a writer.
I think I'm ready. I've got three things. I don't know how good they are, but I got three things.
Well, we shall see. I'm sure they're good. It's going to be good.
I think let's just see what happens.
So, okay. So I'm going to read the poem again, but we are going to we're also collaborating with William Stafford, I should say, while we do this, because we're borrowing the architecture of his poem. So I'll read the poem, and then David's going to go, then Michael, and then we will keep going round robin till the end.
Okay.
Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm ready.
Okay. Yes. It could happen any time. A car crash.
The sudden sound of my alarm clock.
An earthquake.
It could happen. Or laughter.
Emerging from the Holland Tunnel.
The rays of the sun.
It could, you know. That's why we wake and look out. No guarantees in this life. But some bonuses, like the hook of my son's smile.
Listening to music.
The dark clouds and rain.
Our voices in this room.
Wow.
Wow, we did
Ta-da!
it. We did it. So, yeah, we're available for group readings, dinner parties. Casey, is this how it's going to work tonight? I'm sure you're going to come up with even better ones than this one.
Listen, this was very good and also on the spot, not too shabby. Yes,
Okay.
we're going to have a great time writing together and also just meeting people and meeting our neighbors and hearing from the contributions that people made this month. So,
Well, Casey, you're a very, very kind critic. Casey Tromer is the founder of Queensbound. She and Michael Hill will be in the green space tonight for a celebration of poetry and neighbors. The doors open at 6 o'clock. Tickets are free. You can register at wnyc.org/events. Michael, Casey, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you so much for having me.
WNYC supporters include Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman. Nathan Lane and Laurie Metcalf star alongside Christopher Abbott and Ben Allers, now in previews at the Winter Garden Theater. Limited engagement ends August 9th. Tickets at salesmanbroadway.com.
Every day, WNYC is working to get closer to New York and to New Yorkers. The underwriting we get from businesses helps power our independence. Learn how your organization can join in at sponsorship.wnyc.org.
WNYC is built on listener support. Your donation supports reporting from the WNYC Newsroom, NPR, and the BBC, keeping you informed and connected to events in your community and the world is our commitment to you. Please commit to us with your financial contribution today by becoming a member now. Visit WNYC.org and click on Donate.
The Marketplace Morning Report is next here on WNYC. And later on Morning Edition, the Justice Department announces a new indictment against former FBI Director James Comey. The allegations stem from a photo Comey posted online last year of seashells on a beach arranged to read 8647.
He knowingly and willfully made a threat to kill and to inflict bodily harm upon the President of the United States.
We'll get the details coming up next hour. It's 53 degrees now, going up to 63 today. Partly sunny skies. Rain on the way tonight. Showers. Chance of precipitation 90%. We'll have a low of 50 degrees. And then tomorrow, a lingering chance for some rain in the morning, then cloudy, becoming mostly sunny, a high of 64.
It's Farm Bill season.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Barron's Investor Circle, offering stock picks, market insights, and access to the Barron's editors behind a century of reporting at barrons.com/investor circle. And by Progressive Insurance, now offering virtual and hybrid employment opportunities. Details at careers.progressive.com.
From Marketplace, I'm Sabri Ben-Achour in New York. Every 5 years or so, Congress considers and eventually passes a new version of what's known as the Farm Bill. This is one of those years. It is a massive law covering not just agriculture, but also food assistance programs. Marketplace's Carla Javier has more.
The Farm Bill sets the rules of the road for the food and farm economies, says Michael Happ at the Institute for Agriculture and Trade Policy.
It's got 12 sections or titles, things ranging from commodities and crop insurance to conservation and nutrition.
Nutrition programs, he says, help folks pay for food at grocery stores, part of farmers' income. And policies in the Farm Bill set the payments and assistance some farmers receive. Scott Myers and his family grow 7 crops, including a lot of hay, at Woodland Acres, an organic farm in Ohio. When there was a drought last year, Myers says the farm lost about half of the hay crop, but hay insurance, federally subsidized under the Farm Bill, made a big difference.
It didn't make us money, but in the end, it did help bring us up to where we at least broke even for the year.
But not everyone is eligible for that type of support.
I don't have access to any of that kind of a safety net in the Farm Bill.
That's Hannah Bernhardt of Medicine Creek Farm in Minnesota. There she raises grass-fed beef and lamb and pastured pork.
The only place I can get some help from is through those conservation programs.
Through one of the programs under the Farm Bill, she agreed to do adaptive rotational grazing,
which is really good for soil health. They would help me install permanent fences and water lines so that I could raise my livestock here.
The debate over what should and shouldn't be included in the next Farm Bill comes at a time that's extremely tough for farmers, says Joe Maxwell, president of Farm Action Fund.
We've had to face tariffs, which drove our largest soybean buyer, China, away, depressing our prices.
He says these days the numbers just aren't adding up.
All of us are facing these higher fuel prices, fertilizer costs up, and it is beginning to be a challenge to see how much money's in the bank to carry you through a year.
Maxwell says he expects bankruptcies to rise, though Dan Sumner at the University of California, Davis points out,
consumer trends go up and down, and sometimes environmental problems hit and weather hits. So there are always farms struggling. And the Farm Bill isn't really addressed to those kind of struggles.
But Sumner says the federal government has and could pass subsidies and spending outside of the bill to help farmers. I'm Carla Javier from Marketplace.
OPEC is the global oil cartel. Its members coordinate how much oil they produce in order to manipulate global oil prices. It has lost some of its power as other major sources of oil have popped up, like the U.S. And now the United Arab Emirates, the 8th largest oil producer in the world, is leaving. Marketplace's Kaylee Wells has that.
OPEC members have kept oil prices high by agreeing to limit how much oil they pump. And the UAE didn't like its limit.
Their economy runs on revenue from oil, and they want to increase that revenue.
Morgan Bazilian at the Colorado School of Mines says the UAE isn't very happy that it's recently found itself under attack by Iran, a fellow OPEC member. In the long term, the country's decision to leave could be good news for oil prices.
Anytime you increase supply in a normal context, that would lead to some level of price decline.
Lower prices might take a while to get here from the UAE because of the war in the Middle East.
They rely on the Strait of Hormuz for exporting their oil.
Hugh Daigle, who teaches petroleum engineering at the University of Texas, says we won't see a global boost in supply until that reopens. And even if that happened tomorrow, there's been a lot of damage to oil infrastructure. Daigle says it could take months to years for countries in the Middle East to fix it all.
As long as their export capacity is still constrained by that damage to infrastructure, we'll continue to see disruptions to supply similar to what we're seeing right now.
The UAE says it chose to leave now to minimize market disruption. Daigle says it managed that well since the market is already disrupted by the war. I'm Kaylee Wells for Marketplace.
All right, let's do the numbers. Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ futures are all up in the 1 to 0.4% range, with Dow futures up 25 points.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Schwab. At Schwab, investors get choices ranging from self-directed investing to full-service wealth management all in one place. Learn more at schwab.com. And by Amazon Business, featuring smart business buying AI tools to help navigate business purchases paired with delivery options built for business. AmazonBusiness.com. And by Odoo.com, providing business management software with integrated programs for accounting, manufacturing, and operations. Odoo, all your business on one platform.
The government does not need a warrant to spy on foreigners living abroad. But if those foreigners are talking to Americans, the government can pick up information about them too, also without a warrant. The law that makes this possible has the catchy name of Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, and it is set to expire tomorrow. A group of both Republican and Democratic lawmakers want changes before they reauthorize it. Elizabeth Goitein with the Brennan Center for Justice spoke with our Marketplace Tech Show about this.
The main reform is to close this backdoor search loophole by requiring the government to get either a warrant or a FISA Title I order. That's a type of warrant that the FISA court issues in foreign intelligence investigations before accessing Americans' communications that have been collected under Section 702. There's also a lot of bipartisan support to use this opportunity to close the data broker loophole. The data broker loophole refers to the government's practice of evading constitutional and statutory privacy protections by purchasing America's sensitive information from data brokers.
That's Elizabeth Goitein with the Brennan Center for Justice. You can find the whole conversation at marketplacetech.org. In New York, I'm Sabri Ben-Achour with the Marketplace Morning Report. From APM, American Public Media.